Alrighty, here we go. Let's see here. What I would like to go ahead and do is show you a little bit about making stuff in Fusion 360. Now, one thing I do want to say real quick, if you're doing something in Fusion 360, make sure you get the education license for it. If you just get the free license, you only get 30 days. You don't want that. So it is free for students for, I think, basically for sure a year, basically as long as you're a student, I think. So what you're going to want to do is don't Google Fusion 360, Google Fusion 360 Education. Go ahead and fill that out. You do have to upload the school name and the school URL. That's really easy to do. It takes you an extra 20 seconds, and then you have Fusion 360 free for a whole lot longer. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to show you, I need to make a little top for my wood stove. I want to convert to a smaller chimney and see if that works. I have an old wood stove in my garage that I just want to hook up, and I want to cut out a piece for it on the plasma cutter, custom design for what I want it to be. And so that's what we're going to be doing here. Now I want to show you through the process just so you can see creating parts for the plasma cutter to go ahead and cut them out. All right. So Fusion 360, make sure you have the education license. All right. So one thing I don't like, these words here, like solid, I automatically want to assume that these two sketches go with it. Not necessarily. This is a 2D sketch right here. That is the extrude for making it solid. So keep in mind that these words and these icons don't necessarily go with each other. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go here. Very important to orientate yourself from the top. If you are using the plasma cutter to do this, you want to start from the top, okay? So make sure that you're at the top. The Z should be facing you, just because that's how the plasma table is oriented. And actually, I'm going to change things. I'm going to make the thimble. I'm going to make the section that goes through my wall, but it's not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start it. First thing you want to do, make sure, I guess the second thing. First thing is make sure you're looking from the top. Second thing, make sure you're in the units that you want to be into. I'm in inches. That's great. That's what we want to be into. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to create a sketch. Now, I wish it prompted you to do this, but I guess it does kind of on my cursor here. Select a plane or a planar face. That's the planar face that I want to go ahead and make. Okay. Now, basically what a thimble is going to be is it's a square with a hole in the middle cut out. All right. So I'm going to go up here. Now these changed. These are different things that I can do. There's even more options underneath the Create tab right here. Your basic line, your rectangle, which we're going to use, your circle that you're going to use, your spline, mirroring. This one's really important. Dimension, that one's super useful. Cut or trim is useful. Down here, tangent, to make a line go to a curve and touch in only one point. Very useful. Parallel and perpendicular. All of those are very, very useful. I have another video that talks about inserting DXFs on Fusion 360. That's very useful as well. If you want to put the Batman logo in something. All right. So we're down here. Bam. I'm going to go ahead and make my rectangle right there. As definitely not to the right dimension, so I'm going to grab my dimension tool, and I want it 17.5 inches by, down here, 17.5 inches. Now I got my little square that I want for my thimble all ready to go. Okay, so that is ready. Next thing I want to do, I actually want to put my circle. I could just make a circle and then dimension it to be in the middle, and that would be absolutely fine. Instead, I'm going to put two construction lines corner to corner, and where they intersect, that's where the center is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I'm going to go down here. I already clicked my line guy here, but I want to make it a construction line. You can do construction or a center line. It's really no big deal. But this will be, when we make it 3D and prepare it for the plasma cutter, these lines will not be cut, which is very, very useful. Okay, so I got that right there. I'm going to go ahead, put my circle in. I'm going to go circle, go ahead, oops, see I did a mistake right there. So we want to go back. Escape didn't do it. Here's my back button. Cool. I left it on construction line. So I'm going to grab my circle, center diameter circle. That's exactly what I want. This time I better turn off my construction line to make a normal circle. Now I could click it and dimension it to be 4.5 inches is what I need it at. Or I can just type in 4.5 and it's there. It's all ready to go. Okay? Boom, right there. There's the lines, but I need to make it solid. So I'm going to go to my word up here. Remember, the words and the icons are not necessarily connected. I'm going to go to solid. I'm going to extrude what I want. Okay? So it says, first thing, select. I want to select what I want to extrude, which is that right there. And actually, you know what? I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to put 4 little circles in the sides just to make it easier to mount. So right on here, I'm going to make a circle. We're going to make 0.25. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dimension this guy from the center to the outside. I want it to be 3/4 of an inch, so 0.75. Bam. And then down here, boom, boom. That should be 0.75 already. I'm going to cancel that because I was going on a 45-degree angle, so it's already 0.75 right there. Now to move it over, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay. I'm going to use mirroring, which really I would probably just make another circle right here. But just for fun, I'm going to do mirroring. I'm going to make another line, make it a construction type line, make it from the center right there. I'm going to make another line that we're going to use later on, still a construction line, from the center, 90 degrees, perfect. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and mirror this guy. I don't know, because I've never done this before. I don't know if you have to have it selected first. I'm going to try it that way. Select it. So object 1 selected. If you didn't have it selected already, you'd probably have to select it now. Mirror line right here. And if I go to my pan tool so I can move it over and look at it, yep, there's that guy right there. Hit escape to get rid of the pan tool. Perfect. That's exactly where I want it. Okay. Now, since we did this line here, I'm going to go ahead and mirror again. This time I want to do it without selecting it just to see if it works. I'm going to hit mirror. Objects. Well, I want you. And I want that guy. So I'm going to select both of them. Mirror line, I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to say this guy right here. And if I go to my pan tool, pull it up. Doesn't look quite right. I think something's wrong. I think I'm only doing the middles of those. I don't think I did it correctly. I'm going to try it anyway, see if it works, and if it didn't, I will change. Oh. Yeah, that just looks like a point. That does not look like a hole. So I think I clicked the wrong thing. So I'm just going to mirror the hole. Let's see here. Go up to mirror again. Boom. Objects. Don't want the inside. Definitely looks like the outside. Select. Now at least right there, I have the little thing. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time. Make sure I get the outside there. Hit escape. outside there and mirror it over this line right there. Got what I need there and what I need there, so that looks good. Get rid of my pan. Boom, right there. Now we have our nice little 4 holes right there. That'll make it a whole lot easier. All right, now solid, extrude. Grab what I want to extrude. That looks like these holes are absolutely perfect right there. All right, so profile, one selected. That's this guy right here. Let's see here. Distance, how far do I want to extrude it? It's not that important how thick the steel is. I'm just going to put in 0.25. It's about a 1/4 inch thick steel. It's a little under, but I'm just going to put in 1/4 inch and hit OK. That looks exactly like what I want to cut out. All right. So we're going to go ahead. Now this is where the beauty of it is. Oh, I'm at 11 minutes right now. So that we've made the part that I want to cut. The next step, which is going to have to be in another video because I can only record for 15 minutes. The next step is going to be going to the manufacturing and telling the plasma cutter how to actually cut the thing out. So I'm going to end this video right here and we'll continue in the next one.